Amidst Southeast Asia's shimmering emerald landscapes and bustling metropolises, a fierce rivalry brews between two economic titans, Vietnam and Malaysia. These countries have come out on top in the race for economic supremacy in an exciting struggle for regional control. As Vietnam's dragon spirit sparks a burning determination, propelling its astonishing economic growth and transforming it into a formidable force, the stage is set for an epic clash. Vietnam is ready to reach new heights on the international scene because of its thriving industrial sector and an unstoppable digital sector. But standing in its path is Malaysia, a majestic tiger roaring with resilience and strength. Malaysia has long been a force to be reckoned with because of its diverse economy and advantageous location. Its established infrastructure and commitment to innovation drive its unrelenting search for economic development. The globe waits in suspense to see which country will succeed in this compelling tale of economic domination as the conflict heats up. Will Vietnam's unrelenting resolve take it to the top? Or will Malaysia's strategic acumen ensure its status as the region's real leader? Stay tuned as we discuss how the economies of both countries have evolved over the years. We will also explore the tactics both Vietnam and Malaysia have employed in improving their economies. Lastly, we will talk about who will reign supreme between both nations in the battle for Southeast Asia's economic supremacy. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. After years of destructive wars, Vietnam began its road toward economic reform in the middle of the 1980s. It took off by implementing Doi Moi, or renovation. This major economic reform, led by the Communist Party, attempted to liberalize Vietnam's tightly controlled economy and adopt market-oriented practices. The result was a significant transformation from a closed and isolated economy to an export-driven country. Vietnam saw considerable economic growth in the latter half of the 20th century and the beginning of the 21st. It consistently outperforms most other nations in the region regarding GDP growth rate. Vietnam's success can be ascribed to several elements, such as a plentiful supply of inexpensive labor and a vibrant entrepreneurial culture. The country also made deliberate investments in critical sectors like manufacturing and technology. Vietnam has made focusing on export-oriented industries one of its main priorities. The government has pursued regional and global trade agreements to increase market access. The Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership (CPTPP) was signed in 2019. It gives Vietnam preferential market access to 11 other nations, including Japan and Canada. Additionally, Vietnam's export-oriented manufacturing sector has prospered and developed into a significant contributor to economic growth. The nation has become a center for global manufacturing, drawing international firms looking to benefit from its affordable labor costs and knowledgeable workforce. As a result, the manufacturing sector's share of Vietnam's GDP has steadily risen and recently surpassed 17%. In contrast, Malaysia started its economic change soon after obtaining independence in 1957. It adopted the New Economic Policy (NEP) in 1971, which attempted to address poverty and ethnic disparities. This decision was one of the key turning points in its economic history. By implementing this program, Malaysia aimed to hasten the Bumiputera, indigenous Malay communities' expansion in several economic areas. The NEP made it easier for Malaysia's economy to industrialize and diversify when combined with other strategic measures. The nation focused on expanding vital industries like manufacturing, electronics, and palm oil production and luring foreign direct investment, FDI. Malaysia's GDP increased dramatically by an average of 5.33% between 2000 and 2019, World Bank. Utilizing its competitive advantages in the international market has been the focal point of Vietnam's growth plan. Vietnam has increased its market access and export potential by adopting trade liberalization. Furthermore, it participates in international trade agreements like the CPTPP and EVFTA. This tactic has enabled the nation to significantly influence global value chains, particularly in the electronics, textiles, and agriculture industries. On the other hand, Malaysia has taken a more varied strategy. The country concentrates on infrastructure development, solid legal systems, and building an atmosphere favorable for business and investment. Multinational firms have established manufacturing facilities in Malaysia thanks to the creation of industrial parks and economic zones. This development has increased Malaysia's export capability. The economic successes of these nations can serve as role models for other Southeast Asian nations. For Vietnam and Malaysia to continue to grow and develop, it will be important for them to consistently adapt to shifting global dynamics. Vietnam started its road toward economic growth and development by implementing the Doi Moi program in the middle of the 1980s. With this revolutionary change, Vietnam hoped to liberalize the economy, promote private enterprise, and join the world market. As a result, the nation made great advancements in transitioning to a market-based economy from a centrally planned one. With the introduction of the new economic policy, NEP, in 1971, Malaysia's road towards economic prosperity began. The policy aimed to reduce poverty and the wealth gaps between racial and ethnic groupings. Through different socio-economic programs, Malaysia promoted affirmative action policies to uplift the Bumiputera group. Diversification has been a crucial component of Malaysia's growth plan. The nation made wise infrastructure investments, constructing world-class ports, motorways, airports, and industrial parks. The development of the port of Tanjung Pelepas and the Kuala Lumpur International Airport greatly improved the nation's connectivity and commerce capacity. Malaysia built special economic zones and implemented enticing incentive programs to draw FDI. Launched in 1996, the Multimedia Super Corridor, MSC, was designed to promote the development of high-tech firms and establish Malaysia as a regional technology powerhouse. Such initiatives have successfully lured multinational corporations to set up regional operations nationwide, fostering the expansion of knowledge-intensive sectors. The economic expansion of Vietnam has been nothing short of remarkable. The nation has continuously posted GDP growth rates far higher than the regional and global norms in recent years. For instance, Vietnam's economy grew by roughly 2.9% in 2020. The metric outpaced many other nations in the area despite the COVID-19 pandemic's obstacles. Despite having previously been one of the strongest economies in Southeast Asia, Malaysia's GDP growth rates have recently been more moderate. The pandemic's effects on international trade and tourism resulted in the nation's economy shrinking by roughly 5.6% in 2020. The significance of Malaysia's efforts to better diversify its economy beyond conventional sectors to lessen vulnerability during crises was underscored by this decline. In their efforts to achieve long-term economic growth and development, Vietnam and Malaysia each face particular difficulties and opportunities. Concerns regarding wealth inequality and environmental sustainability have arisen due to Vietnam's rapid economic progress. The nation must ensure that growth is sustainable and advantageous to all facets of society as it continues to entice international investment. However, Malaysia's concentration on diversification can potentially build a strong economy. The nation must navigate the worldwide transition toward technology and innovation to sustain its competitive edge. Two countries in Southeast Asia's dynamic region are grabbing the world's attention: Vietnam and Malaysia. These nations have been steadily growing and establishing themselves as potential regional powerhouses. Vietnam, located on the Indochina Peninsula, has made enormous progress lately. The nation boasts a population of over 97 million people and a growing middle class, making it a desirable market for foreign investors. The World Bank estimates that Vietnam's GDP grew by an astonishing 7.1% in 2022, demonstrating strong growth and stability despite headwinds to the global economy. The manufacturing industry in Vietnam has also grown tremendously, focusing on electronics, textiles, and footwear. The nation has also made a name for itself in the IT sector, luring large corporations like Samsung and Intel to create factories, further boosting its economic expansion. In reality, during the same year, Vietnam's export-driven economy had a significant 20.9% increase in exports, suggesting high demand for its goods worldwide. On the other hand, Malaysia, located in the center of Southeast Asia, has long been a participant in the struggle for dominance in the region. The nation, which has a population of about 33 million people and a diverse economy, has consistently diversified its businesses and investments. Despite the pandemic's obstacles, Malaysia grew its GDP by an impressive 6.2% in 2022. This improvement solidified its status as a major regional economic force. The robust infrastructure of Malaysia, which has drawn a sizable amount of foreign direct investment, is its greatest asset. The nation's manufacturing industry, well known for producing machinery, petroleum products, and electrical and technological items, continues propelling its economy. Additionally, Malaysia's advantageous geographic position and trade routes have helped it succeed as a significant trading hub in Southeast Asia. Both Vietnam and Malaysia have achieved tremendous progress in terms of technology. Vietnam has invested significantly in its information and communication technology (ICT) industry. These efforts have helped it move closer to becoming a technologically advanced country. Similarly, Malaysia's commitment to supporting research and innovation has led to a strong startup ecosystem. Its devotion has earned it a reputation as a key regional tech powerhouse. Although Vietnam and Malaysia have shown significant development, their paths to regional dominance are not without obstacles. They must handle geopolitical complexity, competition from other emerging economies in the area, and environmental sustainability to assure long-term success. The argument over who will be the next powerhouse of Southeast Asia is still fascinating, with both Malaysia and Vietnam putting out compelling arguments. Because of their rapid economic expansion, technical improvements, and dedication to infrastructure improvement, they are now serious competitors on the international scene. The world is keenly following these two countries' amazing rise to affluence. We can see that they are poised to change the economic landscape of Southeast Asia. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.